Hello there. My name is Shakira Jackson, and I am a college admissions test prep instructor at a high school in San Antonio, Texas. Although I am currently a test prep instructor, I am also certified to teach high school English. I've been teaching for about 2 years now, and one of the issues I have is incorporating technology into my classroom in an effective way. With technology advancing so rapidly, it is important that as an educator, I make sure that I understand new technology because this is the age my students are growing up in. I like to think of technology as a student's very cool best friend. Technology can connect a student with their friends. It has an unlimited amount of information, not to mention it's very popular. However, in an educational setting, sometimes technology can be more of a distraction. So I believe it is important that educators have a significant understanding of digital literacy. That way we are ensuring that technology is more of an aid to learning rather than a distraction. I'm actually still pretty young, and I consider myself to be a part of this digital age. When I was in secondary school, I took computer classes to learn basic functions such as typing, web navigation, word processing, and data entry. I was also involved in classes like video production and yearbook staff. In both of these classes, I had to have an understanding of how to use cameras, microphones, and different types of editing software. My senior year in high school, I was in a class called Ready, Set, Teach. This is a program for students who want to pursue a career in the education field. For one of my projects, I was required to choose a digital platform and incorporate it into a lesson that would be for second graders. I ended up using iMovie to review a math lesson. I believe that during my time in secondary school, I was advanced in my technology literacy, especially for the time period. When I started college, this literacy declined, mostly due to me having more lecture-styled classes. I was at more of an intermediate level of understanding. For my internship, I had to create an interactive English class for a girl with special needs. I ended up creating a website that she could use to view previous lessons, email me with questions, and even play grammar games for practice. Although I had to have a decent level of understanding to create this website, I think that if I were more familiar with the technology, I would have had done a better job. So now I'm a teacher, and even though I've had several years of experience working with different digital platforms, I have very little knowledge of how to incorporate what I do know into the classroom. When I first started teaching, I used things like PowerPoint to display notes or for activities like Jeopardy! Although PowerPoint can be helpful and at times engaging, it doesn't encourage student-based learning. So now I use websites like Prezi for lectures, and I suggest it to students for their presentations. I also use websites like Kahoot for informal assessments or as a way for students to use what they know to test their peers. Although I know some ways to incorporate technology in the classroom, I want to know more. With technology advancing so rapidly, it is important that I stay current. My goals for future literacy start with me completing the Digital Learning and Leading program. My hope is that the program will help me discover different forms of educational technology and teach me how to effectively implement it into my classroom. Upon completion of my master's program, I believe it will be imperative for me to attend workshops and trainings to stay up to date on what is new. Eventually, I would like to become a trainer for those who want to improve their technology literacy. Why? Because I believe it is important that educators keep students engaged while giving them the opportunity to be in control of their learning. Technology is not only a fun way to approach learning, it is also an effective way to promote a student-centered education. As a result, we will have students who are better prepared for a future where technology continues to advance rapidly.
Created using Powtoon.